is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea. Dear listeners, now we start English language service of Voice of Korea from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Now here's Mixed Course, Song of General Kim Il-sung. this mail calls son of General Kim Jong-il.
You are listening to VOK, Voice of Korea, News Now. The Workers' Party of Korea Publishing House published Volume 37 of the complete collection of Kim Jong-il's works, a library of the immortal Kim Il-sungism, Kim Jong-ilism, which comprises famous works systematically and comprehensively in a chronological order. The book contains 54 works, including historic speeches, talks, and letters made public between May and December 2073 or 1984. The works reflect the undying ideological and theoretical exploits performed by Kim Jong-il, who indicated the road ahead of struggle to further strengthen the unity of the whole party around the great leader Kim Il-sung and bring about an epochal change on all fronts of socialist construction. Party leaders of different countries highly praised the undying exploits of the great leader Kim Il-sung in the messages and letters they sent on the occasion of the 27th anniversary of his demise. The chairwoman of the Party for Peace and Unity of Russia said, Kim Il-sung devoted himself to the people and prosperity of the country, and his state activities and great plan and cause are kept forever in the memory of the progressive mankind. The chairman of the Central Council of the People Unity, Kyrgyz All-Republican Political Party of Kyrgyzstan, said, Kim Il-sung is the most outstanding leader of the 20th century, prominent veteran statesman, and ever-victorious iron-willed brilliant commander. The International Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the People of Spain stressed that Kim Il-sung is the greatest of the great men who liberated Korea, founded the party, state, and army, built the DPRK into a socialist state envied by the world, and rendered immortal services for the cause of global independence. Noting that President Kim Il-sung rendered material and mental assistance to the building of a new society in many countries, the national chairman of the People's Progressive Party of Nigeria said his noble exploits performed for the kind and mankind will remain alive forever. The chairman of the Hungarian Workers' Party said Kim Il-sung led the Korean people along the road of socialism of Juche. Today, the DPRK is firmly defending the sovereignty, independent development, peaceful environment and security of the country under the leadership of esteemed Kim Jong-un, he added. The light industrial sector is dynamically conducting the work to improve the quality of consumer goods and increase their variety. The Pyongyang Kim Jong-suk textile mill and other textile mills are launching campaigns to produce more textile products necessary for the people's living. The Pyongyang Hosiery factory, the Ganggae knitwear factory, and other factories are carrying out their production plans as planned by inventing and introducing various technical innovation proposals. The Sinno's Cosmetics Factory and the Pyongyang Cosmetics Factory are boosting the cosmetics production while steadily improving the quality of the products. Local industrial factories across the country are also making efforts to put the production on a normal basis while consolidating the production foundations based on locally available raw materials and resources. Educational institutions in Pyongyang are actively developing education onto a new high stage. The Pyongyang University of Computer Technology is directing efforts to the introduction of educational content and methods conducive to training the students as development and creation-oriented talents. The Gwanmun Junior Middle School in Nangnam District is organizing the work down to the last detail to actively operate extracurricular circles according to the aptitudes and hobbies of pupils. The Dangsang Primary School in Mangyongdae District is improving qualifications in a methodological way to invent teaching methods that suit the psychology of the children. The Daejeongmun Kindergarten in Central District is channeling energy into creating new teaching methods for further improving the quality of the early musical education to suit its characteristics of training reserve artists. Afforestation and greening of Samjian City, Ryanggang Province has been done beautifully. 10,000 and thousands of trees of good species and many flowers have been planted in every nook and cranny of the streets in the city this year, sprucing up the mountainous city. The greening of the city conforms to the multifarious layouts of dwelling houses, public service network and public building, as it is adorned with flower beds and planters, bursting with various kinds of blossoms of high ornamental value. Commercial and public catering service units also arrange planters of various shapes, giving pleasant feelings to visitors. The city is actively promoting the work for raising flowers and flower shops of good species for its long-term afforestation. You've been listening to VOK, Voice of Korea, Ma Gum-song in Pyongyang.
This time, we present the immortal masterpiece, The Embrace of My Motherland, written by the great leader Kim Jong-il in 1941 or 1952. The song represents the noble meaning that the embrace of the motherland, as graceful as the glow and as warm as a spring day, is the bosom of the great leader Kim Il-sung. Trumpet Quartet. It is our boundless honor to have him as our leader.
Now here's female duet and Pangcha, Our Father. Please enjoy electric violin solo. Thank you.
Now you'll appreciate a female solo. My country fills with hope. Light music for violin. This is the fatherland where I live.
Popular message, subject of history.
그 사회 역사가 어떻게 발전하며 전진하는가를 과학적으로 밝히는 데서 그 주체가 누군가.
Who is the subject of social history? It poses itself as a crucial issue in scientifically clarifying how the social history develops and advances. It is because the viewpoint and attitude towards the social historical movement fundamentally change according to which class and social group are regarded as the undertaker of the social movement. The popular masses are the subject of history. It is because everything of the society is created by the popular masses and the history develops by them. To create and develop everything of the society is a major criterion of the undertaker of the social movement. Only the undertaker of the social movement, who creates and develops all things necessary for the existence and development of the society, can become the subject of history. The masses of the people, the most powerful and intelligent beings in the world, transform the nature, develop the productivity, and create the material wealth. They are also the undertakers of the social transformation, who not only create the valuable ideological and cultural assets conducive to the social development, but also do away with the old social system and establish a new one. The popular masses, after all, become the subject of history as all the material and cultural wealth of the society is created and the social relations developed by them. Although they are the subject of history, the masses of the people do not hold the same position and play the same role in all ages and in all societies. In the exploiter society, the popular masses could not hew out the history and their destiny in accordance with their will and demand for a long period, as they were low in the independent ideological consciousness and were not united organizationally. The popular masses in such a position cannot be the subject of history, carving out the history and their destiny independently and creatively. The independent subject of history is the masses of the people hewing out the history and their destiny in an independent and creative way. The popular masses should be led by an outstanding leader to become the independent subject of history. It is a decisive factor to become the masters of history and their destiny and the independent subject of history. Only when they are led by an outstanding leader can the popular masses take the position of true master of their destiny and independent subject of history and play their role.
You've been listening to an article and the title, Popular Masses, Subject of History, told by Professor and Dr. Kim Hyuk-mo, researcher of the Academy of Social Sciences. This is Voice of Korea. Now you listen to the song, Glory to the Workers' Party of Korea. We warmly look up to the red party flag, our destiny. We look back on the trace of defense of our people. Glory to the party, thanks to the party, to our dignified party, the redoubled strength of Korea. Purely light music for piano. If our mother party wishes. and mixed quarters, advancing socialism.
Dear listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Europe between 15 and 16 hours UTC, between 18 and 19 hours UTC, between 21 and 22 hours UTC, and between 13 and 14 hours UTC on 13,760 kHz and 15,245 kHz. For North America, between 15 and 16 hours UTC and between 13 and 14 hours UTC on 9,435 kHz and 11,710 kHz. And for Northeast Asia, between 4 and 5 hours UTC and between 6 and 7 hours UTC on 7,220 kHz, 9,445 kHz, and 9,730 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.